Know that I've been trying so much not to push the narrative that Chidinma was cheated, but a lot of people have been of the opinion that Chidinma Adetshina, Miss Universe Africa and Oceania, was cheated, and I just decided to make this video for you guys to reason with me. Chidinma, with all that she went through, this win to me, it's okay because I know that if they had given her the crown, it would have still been better. But she had won double already for this whole thing. Because of Chidimma, a new, position was created in the Miss Universe, first of its kind. It has never happened before. So with this that had happened, I feel that Nigerians or people, mostly the people who are talking about these things are not even Nigerians. That Chidimma was cheated, she deserved to win and all of that. Denmark did not even come close. But you know how life is. Chidimma did not know, number one, that she was going to get to the top 12. She wanted top 30 was okay for her. She made it to the top 30. She made it to the top 12. She even at the top 5, she was okay. Even as she was standing there, she wasn't expecting to answer question. She mentioned it in her interview. And then the question came on her way. It took her on her ways and she asked them to ask it again. And she asked, it was wise of her to have said they should repeat the question. And she answered that thing from her heart according to what she said. And then she said after going back to watch it, she was proud of the answer she gave. Everybody, of course, is proud of Chidinma. Let's just read what this blog wrote. He said our beautiful Chidinma Adetshina was actually robbed of her real crown as the new Miss Universe. But interestingly, she seemed to be full of gratitude for such an exciting opportunity that earned her double queenship for both Africa and Oceania. That actually worth celebrating. As strange as this may sound, since this is most talked about Miss Universe pageantry took place, I just couldn't move past how Nigeria happened to the poor girl. Her being a Nigerian denied her the real Miss Universe crown, which by all standard and rating she deserves. What do I mean? The organizers of the pageantry obviously put a few critical thinking into cognizance before selecting the Danish girl over our girl, even though all we could call it was Ojoro, but to them it was a strategic verdict. And I think one of the consideration for picking the Danish girl would be picking a country that has the infrastructure, political stability, as well as security architecture to host the next Miss Universe, which Nigeria currently cannot boast of. Yeah, that is a lie. The only thing they will say is maybe a venue that will take the whole crowd. But I think a hotel can stand out for that crowd. And the video I mentioned the last time can actually he talked about the O2 Arena, which is one is taking place in the east. So they can actually use the one in the east. So that's not the issue. Some of you, you do analysis without thinking. You bring out comment, which one is because of political stability. South Africa, do they have political stability? Most of you Nigerians who type all these things, you have not traveled. You stay in your village and begin to type because you have a blog. You just want people. Of course, I've indulged you by opening your blog, but it's pathetic that you could write this kind of nonsense. You're talking about security. Is South Africa secured? Just now, Chidimma did an interview. I posted the video where she talked about how mosquito ate her body. Mosquito infested on her body, and she started falling sick. So what are you talking about? You don't even have a reason. We thought you could say something else. um Nigerians can actually boast of security because South Africa is more insecure than Nigeria. And he said, and that automatically didn't put her in the right position to take home the crown. That's a lie, because Chidimma is still going to be running everything together with the Miss Universe. Nigeria Nigeria of today is too unstable economically, politically, as well as religion-wise to host such an event, except we are lying to one another. Anyway, I don't blame you, writer. You don't know what you are saying. If you knew what you are saying, you will not open your mouth and begin to type rubbish. Yes, when you talk about economically, yes, because the government make policies. Like I told you people before, I said anything that has to do with government, criticize government, remove Nigeria and remove Nigerians, because a government will come and go, Nigerian remains. And you talk about religious, this religious thing happens everywhere. Even in South Africa, it happened. He says some of our religious views are just too wrapped and primitive to handle. Some global activities, especially the international pageantry of such standard, hey, yeah, you will grow up. Just grow up. In fact, I'm only doing this to respond to you. It's not because your write-up was all that. I recall that incident that happened after Agbani Derego won Miss World, and the whatever episode that happened when Agbani had been penciled to host the Miss World. See, some of you don't know history, but you just pick up your phone because you want to blog. You blog, and then you end up writing rubbish. You see, some of you Nigerians, you deserve whatever happens to you because you don't know how to reason. I'm happy. Like I watched a video where a Jim has been, touring. He started his tour from Calabar. He first, because from his country Cameroon to Cross River, is lies from his country Cameroon to Ikom, which is in Cross River, is 4 hours, right? And then from there to Calabar is far, which is he talked about in his video. If you know anything you are doing as a Nigerian, you appreciate that Nigeria is a very peaceful place. With all that is happening in Nigeria, we are still standing strong. So if Chidimma was robbed, Chidimma can never be robbed because of these things you have stated. Because every country has what plagues them. Every country has something that plagues them. And in all of this, we are talking of religion. Religion is funny because it has nothing to do with what they went to do, because in that place they had people who were Muslims and dress covered. So is Nigeria going to say, oh, the girls should not wear bikinis? Of course they did miss. And you who is writing this thing, you need to have sense. I wanted to call your blog name, but no, I won't give you that kind of publicity. You have to have sense to know that it's funny because we conduct Miss Universe here, Miss Universe Nigeria, then they win to the next stage. So why didn't religion play a part? And we also do contest in other fields. We also do other pageantries, and it has never been an issue. The AMVCAs has to do with all the African countries. That's the whole of Africa as a continent. It holds in Eco Hotel. Do you understand? It holds in a hotel, and all Africa attends that event. The Nigerians host it, and it has always been peaceful. There's nobody that said they robbed them or anything. So you don't have anything to say. If you have other things you have mentioned, okay, but to say security, no. Because the same South Africans, we went that they have penciled South Africa, Morocco, and one other country like that may possibly host this event. They don't have you can be sitting in a restaurant eating, somebody will come and take your wallet. Is that happening in Nigeria? No. You can be driving on the road and somebody hijacks your car. Is that happening in Nigeria? No. Before that kind of a thing will happen in Nigeria, you must be somebody that they are trying to trail. Like you're already on their list, wanted list. Outside that, somebody will not casually just see you and want to hijack your car. You understand? Except your car gets spoiled on the road. So you don't really have much to say. Just want to say, nonetheless, it's crystal clear that there is a lot of work to be done. This person that wrote this thing is not a Nigerian, by the way. He's not a Nigerian. See the person's name. The person is not a Nigerian. So he's trying to use this to... You see, one thing about Nigeria is just like what I read on the comment section. The victory came to Nigeria is paining South Africans, so they are explaining the victory. It is taken casually because it's not you that won, but it's a shame to you because this girl won. She merited it, and everything she's having, she has. I'm glad you used your own write-up to say that she over won the case. Like she merited, she won 3 crowns. Yes, first runner up Miss Oceania, and Miss Universe Africa. So in all of this, who else won all those plenty things? You get. So at the end of the day, some of you just write out of point just because you want to write. So we have clicked on your blog. We all can rest back. We all can rest now, right? Get out of here, big.